Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Plum Crazy adventure this evening. Hello.
There we are.
Yeah, that looks good. How is everyone tonight, this cold, dreary Sunday evening? I mean, I guess at least we had some sunshine today, but I'm over winter. I don't like it.
Me too.
I don't like it at all.
Okay, there we go.
So, but had two of our boys traveling this weekend, and one of them did end up in a small accident. Him and his girlfriend are okay, but that was definitely not what we wanted to hear an hour before we had all of this to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if I seem a little more scattered than usual, which is saying something, that is probably a good part of it.
So. If I seem tense, I am.
Yeah. So wow. they are fine. Their vehicle is not. So
yeah.
But hopefully things will be okay. And it looks as though we are starting to get some people in here, which is fantastic. Thank you all for joining us this evening. And basically, in case you guys didn't read the title, you just saw that we were live and clicked on. We're going to talk about wave season a little bit, which is a travel industry term a lot of you may not be familiar with. But basically, it is the January through March wave season. It was originally coined by the cruise industry for some of the best travel deals that they have of the year. And then it kind of took hold and pretty much swept across all of our travel industry. And so now we call it wave season. So, or our busy season, because there's so many deals and promotions out there. Yep. And so tonight, we're just going to take a little bit of time. We're going to go over some of the best ones that we have found that we work with exclusively with these suppliers, and why we think that they're a good fit, or maybe in the instance of Disney, maybe not as good of a fit, but there's another option that would be a better one. So, but yeah, super excited about that. Scott, did you have anything you wanted to talk about right before we get started, or?
Not really. Just wish our kids would learn how to drive a little bit better, but
yep.
So anyway, yeah. How many new subscribers do we have?
We have 465 subscribers.
465 subscribers. So
3 more from last week.
Okay, awesome.
Growing slowly. I appreciate it. So
welcome to the new Plum. Welcome new members. Welcome to the Plum Crazy family, and really excited to. We're getting closer and closer to that 500 mark. So
yeah,
can't wait for that. And Mom made it on the Facebook, so there she is.
And your dad's on YouTube. Hello, everybody from Ohio.
There you go.
Love it.
Mom's on there too. So, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I like
awesome.
It. So, so we have 465 subscribers. I did not get out any new edited videos this past week. We had a crazy week.
JT left to go back to college. So that was like, ugh.
Yeah, kind of like just everything coalesced together all at once. Like it was Nick's first week at co-op, which we ended up not even going to, but like getting prepared for that. And then with it being wave season, having a lot of requests and then trying to follow up with everybody, making sure I didn't miss people, which I did. I apologize to those of you that did not make it into my little list of this is who I need to get a hold of, just because I have so many different avenues. So if I don't get back to you right away, that's where you need to reach out to me again at this time of year. So another week, I should have everything back under control with that. And I should have some videos posted out this week. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I have Bimini in the Bahamas that I need to get out of our Virgin Voyages cruise. And then I need to get out our Fort Lauderdale airport. So eating meatball sub also. Well, I am jealous. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does.
So
our dinner's in the oven right now. So
yes, it is.
That's why this one's going to be about half an hour long, because dinner will be ready about 7:30.
Yes, and I think that's about all our mental capacity can handle at this point.
Yep.
All right. So the very first one that I want to talk about, we're going to get into cruising, because that is what wave season is all about. They started it, and so I think it's only fair that we start with the cruise industry.
Yep.
Royal Caribbean. They have a really great promotion right now. You get to take 60% off of your second guest. So if you are a party of 2, like Scott and I want to go and do a cruise, just the two of us, this would be a really great promotion. He would get 60% off of me because I tend to list me as the second person. Okay. So that's a really great deal if that is something that you're thinking about. If you want to bring the whole family, the kids sail free promotion, that one is in effect. So being able to have your third and fourth guest free because kids sail free, that ends up being a really good deal, especially with Royal Caribbean.
Yes, it does.
And then they are doing some airfare love. This one is a really good one too. You get to save up to $500 off your air booking for Europe and Alaska sailings. Those sailings have to depart between February 1st and October 31st of this year in order for you to be able to qualify for that airfare love discount. So that's a really great one. Of these three that I just mentioned, you do have to book those by January 31st of 2024. They will probably be releasing some other ones for February and March, but they always hit with their heavy hitters, their most popular and biggest discounts in January. So if that's something that you're thinking about doing, even 6 months, 10 months, let's get your deposit in. It's $250 a person. Generally speaking, that's a good average for you to kind of think about. And we can get you guys booked for your Royal Caribbean vacation. And then you can make payments on it down the road and then pay it off later.
Totally.
So now an additional perk with Royal Caribbean, because of my partnership with my host agency and stuff that I have some bonus money that I can give to you guys, which I'm super excited about. So there is currently a promotion where if you book a balcony or a suite room through Royal Caribbean, hi Kim, you can get on a 7-night or longer cruise to the Caribbean, to Bermuda, or to the Bahamas. Okay, has to be 7-night, has to be of those 3 destinations for a balcony or suite. I can give you a specialty dining experience for 2.
Cool.
And that is a really great thing because especially if you're going to be doing one of the bigger ships, for instance, Wonder of the Seas, which we were on this past June, being able to go to Giovanni's and have a specialty dining, Italian pastas and things like that, being able to go to one of the steakhouses that are on board, any of those options. It's a really great option for a date night. Whether you're taking the kids or not, and then the kids kind of do their thing while you go and you do your date night because of the kids clubs. They're fantastic. So really, really excited that I'm able to do that. So note, these are for sailings departing from April 1st through September 30th. There are some caveats to it. And you have to book your cruise by January 31st so that I can make sure that they have all of the info that they need in order to be able to give that to you in a timely manner. Okay?
So if I book the vacation through you, you can get me and you a specialty dining?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's very, very, very exciting. And that is on top of the other promotions. So he can get 60% off the second guest. So he can take 60% off of my sailing fee, which is fantastic. And then we can get the specialty dining, which, I mean, that could be 100 plus a person depending on what you do. So that's a really great option.
Yeah,
so,
that sounds awesome. Like I'm ready to go look into it right now. So
right. So now Norwegian Cruise Line. This is not one that we do a whole lot with. They're a company that for 2024, I'm really hoping to get to know a little bit better and be able to understand how their stuff works because it is very different from everyone else. And I think that's why I've shied away from it. Not that they aren't a great product. It's just their backside of how it works is very confusing. So, and I don't need confusing in my life. Anyway, they've got some of the best Alaskan cruise itineraries out there right now. They start earlier and they end later than everybody else. So if you're wanting to hit the Aurora Borealis, if you don't care as much about your ports and you're wanting to kind of get a little bit more of a winter theme to your cruise, which you're crazy if you do, but I can understand.
Some people like that.
I know.
So it may be crazy in your head, but it may not be crazy for somebody else.
Exactly. So. You do not have to like what I like for me to book you. Okay. But anyway, they're doing for the month of January only, you get your second guest free.
Okay.
And then they have their up to 5 free promotion, which is like you can get like free drinks, free airfare, which is a very weird caveat. So I don't generally include that in my estimates. You can also get free specialty dining, free excursions with a little asterisk, and different things. So there's a lot of opportunities to be able to save a lot of money when you do a Norwegian cruise.
That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And then Virgin Voyages, I have to say, from a consumer standpoint and from an agent standpoint, they're really becoming one of my favorite products. And not just because they're an adult only. That tends to kind of get pushed aside for me. What I really like about them is they are very transparent. What you see is what you get. It's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't have specialty dining, because I know I've mentioned that quite a bit just with the first two that I talked about.
Mhm.
Basically, any dining that's on that cruise ship is included in your cruise fare. So if you want to go to Goon Bay and have a very Korean style barbecue like in things, that's included in your fare. If you're wanting to go to the steakhouse that they have, why am I drawing a blank on that name? The Wake.
The Wake.
You can go and you can do that. Now, they do have a few items on the menu, which would be an additional charge. But for the most part, pretty much whatever you want to order is included in your cruise fare, which is fantastic because
Yeah.
you get on that ship and you know, okay, this is what I have available in my spend account. This is an idea of how much this costs and this costs and this costs, like for drinks. And this is how I'm going to spend my entire cruise. And you
Mhm.
don't have to worry about, oh my God, what is my credit card bill going to look like when I get back? Because I spent the extra money on this, the extra money on that I didn't realize that's how much that
Where's
cost.
the budget going on this trip?
Exactly. They make it very clear cut, both in,
Mhm.
when you're booking, when you are planning it, when you're on the cruise ship and you're using the app.
Yeah.
The app has some glitches, I'm not going to lie, but overall, it was very user friendly when it was functioning properly. So yeah, I'm really starting to like the Virgin Voyages product line, and I'm really excited to start sending more and more people on it
Yeah.
for 2024 and 2025.
I can tell you one thing: you will not go hungry on that ship. So I mean, whatever you're paying for, you know, if you wanted to do the upcharges on some of the menus items, I mean,
Yeah.
it could be like adding,
Exclusive seafood.
Yeah, like New England bakes or something like. I'm just using an example. It's not really true.
Yeah.
But,
So, for instance, at the Wake, they have a smaller, like during lunch, they have a smaller seafood platter that is like your cold claws and things like that. That you can add on.
Yeah.
And then your evening one is a bigger tower of seafood, like a literal tower of seafood that you can purchase for an additional charge. And then each restaurant has kind of their own little version of exclusive. Here's an additional charge.
You won't go
item.
hungry. I can tell you that. Even if you just basically ate off the basic menu, didn't order anything extras, you will not.
Or
go
you
hungry.
went to the galley,
or
because you
go
can
to the
always
galley.
go to the galley
Man.
and you can get a cheeseburger or chicken tenders and fries.
Or you can
That
go to
is
the
open
go
24
to the pizza
hours.
place. Go to the pizza
You can go to the
place.
pizza place and you can get pizza.
Specialty pizzas there. They've got
all the free ice cream that you could want.
Oh, man.
It did have some limited hours. A little disappointed at midnight I couldn't go and get my ice cream, but
But you still go upstairs and get stuff.
Yeah,
so.
you can still go up to the galley and get that kind of desserts and stuff.
There was always something sweet to eat.
Yeah, definitely Virgin Voyages is like I said, I know when I got off the ship, I was kind of like, I don't know if this was for me or not. But now I'm like, I gotta go
every
back.
time
It's the VV effect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm coining it. The VV effect. I'm like, man, I got to get on another Virgin cruise.
And every time I see like an advertisement on my phone or in Facebook and stuff, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, guys, like, I want to go back and get on that ship again.
I know.
She was
It's
such
crazy.
a beautiful ship.
It's like,
she was so great. It was so relaxing, so peaceful. I mean, we just completely disconnected from everything.
Yeah.
And occasionally, every once in a while, we check our emails, but that was for me. So I
didn't take any of your work.
No, none of it went with me. I stayed completely disconnected from work, so it was great. But,
so if you are thinking about maybe possibly doing a Virgin Voyages cruise, now is the time to book, because it is the best deal I have seen in 18 months.
So when does that deal end on?
It is. It expires on January 31st. So you
Okay.
have to book it by January 31st. It is 70% off of your second sailor. So he gets 70% off of me, which is a better deal than what Royal Caribbean is currently offering.
Mhm.
Plus, you also get up to $600 in free drinks.
Yeah.
And those free drinks, if you don't drink alcohol, doesn't necessarily have to go towards alcohol. Sorry for the train. Okay, good. So you can get specialty coffees, you can get smoothies and different things at the fit bars.
Yep.
It doesn't just have to be for alcoholic drinks.
Right.
So love that. And then Disney Cruise Line. This was one that like I'm really hoping 2024 we're going to make it work so that we can get on a Disney cruise ship. I really, really want to be able to do that and experience that with Nick because I think he's going to just absolutely go nuts over that.
Yep.
And
we won't be able to get him off the ship.
now is the time to book it if this is something that you're thinking about because you get an opportunity of 50% off of your required deposit. Okay. This is not 50% off of your sailing. This is not anything like that, but they're making it more affordable for you after Christmas to be able to put 50% down of what you normally would put down on your cruise, and then make payments on that and then pay it in full. Before your cruise. So I think that is a fantastic deal. This one is actually, you can book it by February 16th. They're extending it out a little bit farther than the other cruise deals I've mentioned. And it's only valid on cruises departing from June 27th through May 31st. Also, if you come at me and you're like, hey, I want to book that June 27th sailing on February 12th or something, I think that puts you in the window of you have to pay for it in full, just based off of the time out. So you would not be able to put 50% down. You'd have to pay the full amount. But I mean, that's just a random caveat. Okay.
So what, real quick question, what would, for Disney Cruise Lines, what would that 50%, what would you need to put down? Is it depending on how much
it depends?
cruise?
It depends on the length of the cruise as to how much the deposit is. And I do apologize. I didn't get hard numbers for that. I should have. I did not have time.
Okay.
Earlier
So like in other words, if it's
JT.
like a $10,000 to $20,000 cruise, obviously your deposit's going to be a little bit more, especially if you're planning on traveling within like the next 8 months.
So it's a set amount per person, same as what other cruise lines are.
Okay. Just trying to figure it out. I didn't understand.
And that is something I will explain in a post later a little bit more clearly because I can't give a definitive answer on that at this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, you definitely did on that one. So
my bad.
If I do not know, I will find out. So,
and you'll know because she will make sure that you guys know too. So, and I will too, and especially will definitely after this show.
All right, moving on because I do have some land-based packages I want to talk to you guys about. So, Universal, this is one that is going to be expiring on March 27th. So, this is their 3-month, this is their wave deal, January through March. Like I said, you get to save 25% on a 3-park, 5-night package. Okay. So this is a 3-park, 3-day ticket. I apologize. With a 5-night 5-night package, you do have to stay at either Cabana Bay Resort, Aventura Resort, or Portofino Resort, which I thought was interesting. Those were the 3 that were picked, and you can travel through January 31st of 2024. So this is a really great opportunity, especially if you aren't a Harry Potter fan, so you don't really want to do the Harry Potter experience with the extras, with the breakfasts and things. It's a great one if you are not they have some other options and stuff that they run all year round, but this is a really great one if you're planning on maybe taking it a little bit slower, having a resort day, things like that. They're making this one a really nice opportunity for you. And that 25% is off of the whole package. So it's not 25% off of me and our party of 2 or anything like that. So our party of 2 is 25% off. So it's a quarter off. So this is a really, really great one. So I would recommend it.
So in other words, if it's $1,000, it would be $750.
Exactly.
Wow. I did that math in my head.
I'm so proud of you. And this is a really great opportunity if Portofino Bay is on your list of some place that you really want to stay at, but you don't want to have to. It gives you a good discount off of that Portofino Bay hotel room,
Okay.
basically, as opposed to like Aventura. You can sometimes get a room for as little as like 110, 150 a night. Portofino, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it much below 400 a night. So it really, the value is there.
Yeah, and they're definitely worth staying in.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They're
that is
gorgeous, all
a
three.
place that's worth a staycation.
Yeah, totally.
So-
I would just, like Cabana Bay, I'd just go there and just do a staycation there for like 2 or 3 days.
Yes.
Go play in the lazy river and the pools and stuff like that. I mean, come on.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. Now, we do sell all-inclusives. I know we don't tend to talk about them a lot. It's not how we travel. So, I mean, that's kind of our bad. That's something that we need to fix again in 2024.
Yeah.
But I did want to go over, I'm not going to talk about Apple Vacations promotions or Vacation Express promotions, which are the two biggest vacation suppliers that I work with, just because they have so many great charter flights for us to be able to go nonstop to Cancun, Punta Cana, even Jamaica. There's some really great opportunities there. But they have so many different options that I can't really tell you this is the one to go with, because there's a lot of things that kind of go into it. So what I did want to bring to everyone's attention is I can actually book Sandals and Beaches vacations. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, like she doesn't do that. Yes, I do. I can. I can send you on your honeymoon or just couples getaway and be able to send you to Sandals. If you're wanting to go with your family, we can get you into a Beaches resort. So if you're wanting to go to Beaches Negril, which is probably one of the most popular, or Beaches Turks and Caicos, I can get you there. That is not a problem. And Sandals and Beaches is doing their 777 promo, which cracks me up that 777 is. I didn't realize it until I said it.
Oh my God,
Friends.
You're thinking about Friends? Okay, yeah, Monica.
All right. Yes. So anyway, so basically, you stay for 7 days. Okay. You're going to get an additional 7% off of the rack rate promotion that they are currently offering for one of the 7 resorts that they have on the list. Okay.
777. Okay.
Yes. So this one actually ends in just a couple of days, January 16th. This was a very short one that they're doing. They don't offer it very often. And like I said, I only looked at the family-friendly ones, which is their Beaches resorts. Beaches Negril has a couple of options, room categories, and Beaches Turks and Caicos is the other one that has categories, which is part of why it's at the top of my brain, because when I was looking, those were the ones that were offered. Okay. So if that is something that you're thinking about, definitely let me know so that we can get that booked ASAP. Club Med is another one that's really great that has some promotions happening right now. And then, of course, if you're looking to do something, maybe you're wanting to go to Iberostar, we can get you there. Maybe you're wanting to go to Planet Hollywood in Costa Rica. Take me with you because I want to go to that resort so badly. And then, of course, the Hard Rock partnerships, whether you're wanting to go out to Cabo and be on the west coast of Mexico rather than the east coast and being in the Cancun area. And then Dominican Republic, there's a lot of options and stuff there as well. There's Iberostars, there's the Club Med that's there, Hard Rock Punta Cana. And then Mexico, don't be afraid of Mexico. I mean, obviously you have to do what you're comfortable with, but I mean, it's really not any scarier than going to New York City or going into Chicago, and you just pay attention to what you're doing, and you don't be stupid and obliteratedly drunk and wandering around, and you're going to be fine. So
if it feels wrong, don't do it.
Yes. So, and that's kind of, I mean, obviously we can talk more about that if you guys have any concerns or anything, but it's not nearly as terrifying as what people make it out to be.
No, definitely not.
So definitely think that would be a good option for anybody. And of course, I mean, that's where There are so many fantastic resorts that you can check out.
Mhm.
There's new ones being built every day. And there's not just the Cancun airport, but there's also the Riviera Maya airport, which is
Mhm.
opening up. Uh, it is officially open now. I should clarify. They're having more and more flights going into it
Yeah.
as it is passing all of its inspections and going through and getting the airlines and stuff into it. So, very excited
They're
about that.
opening their arms to allow more in.
Yes. Yes. It's crossing all of its hurdles, being a brand new baby airport.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
becoming a giant airport.
Yeah.
So, and then the last one I wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about the Walt Disney World promotions because there is some confusion with it. And I want to make sure that people understand what exactly the promotions are, how it works, and whether it's going to be a good fit for you. Because depending on the family as to whether it's going to be a good fit. So, Walt Disney World, a couple of weeks ago, they announced their Disney dining promotion offer with Disney Plus subscribers. So,
Mhm.
first thing, you have to be a Disney Plus subscriber, and we have to be able to verify that by the email that you use when you do your booking, okay, with me. Not a big deal. It's a 30-second thing on my end. It's verified. You get the dining plan, okay? This is valid on any non-discounted 4-night, 4-day stay with a park hopper ticket. Okay. So you have to have a 4-day park hopper ticket. That's the first thing that I don't really like, especially if you're a first time visitor. Okay. Because that is a significant jump from a 4-day regular park ticket to a 4-day park hopper ticket. The other thing that is a caveat, it's for most stays from July 1st through September 30th. So if you're planning on going in June, just as soon as your kids are out of school, trying to beat the heat a little bit, not going to help you out there.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the last thing is the villas and the deluxe resorts. Okay, so I'm thinking Wilderness Lodge, the Monorail Resort, so Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Contemporary, Beach Club, Yacht Club over in the Epcot area,
Yep.
Animal Kingdom. All of those, you're going to get the standard dining plan. The standard dining plan is where you're going to get one sit-down meal, one quick service meal, one snack per person per day. You're also going to get a complimentary mug that you can use for the duration of your stay while you're at the resort. It's not going to work when you're in the parks. That's another caveat. And then what was the other thing? I think that was it for that one. And then when you are staying at a moderate or a value or the cabins at Fort Wilderness, which is priced as a deluxe, but you only get it's lumped into the moderate and value resorts here. You only get the quick service dining plan, so you get quick service meals, and then you get your snack and your complimentary mug and things. So you're not going to be able to get those sit down meals if you're staying at a moderate or a value resort, which is really frustrating because if you're staying at Art of Animation or at the cabins of Fort Wilderness, chances are you're actually spending more on your room than what you would be if you were staying at maybe a standard like basic room at Wilderness Lodge or something of that nature.
Right.
So now, that being said, if you have your heart set on staying at Port Orleans French Quarter, we can upgrade that dining plan for you. You will just pay the difference between a quick service and a standard dining plan.
Yeah.
So that part is nice. Okay. Now, is a dining plan for everyone? Absolutely not.
Nope.
And honestly, I have probably talked more people out of getting a dining plan than actually booking a dining plan.
Yeah.
Because if you have a kid that is a very picky eater, yes,
We do.
It's not going to be worth it because he's not going to eat a majority of the things that are on there.
Right.
If you are a family that is go, 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 a traditional dining plan may not be a good fit for you because you're not going to be able to use up all your table service credits.
Yep.
Or maybe you are maybe you are going to be coming in on Friday night late and you're not going to get into your hotel room until 10 o'clock that night. And then you are going to be there for a week and you leave Saturday morning super early. Maybe you have a 9 a.m. flight. Well, you purchased that dining plan. Guess what? That Friday, you get dining credits, and that Saturday, you get dining credits. So that's 2 extra days of dining credits that you've got to figure out what to do with.
Yeah.
When you're going to end up eating less than what you normally would anyway, just because you're on the move and you're not going to stop for 3 full meals a day, like sitting down. You wouldn't get anything else done.
Right.
So it really depends on how your travel plans are going to be as to whether it's a good value for you or not.
Right.
So
Definitely.
That being said, I think what is a much better value and is a little bit more flexible for everyone is their save up to 35% rooms on select resorts for 5+ nights. And this is what I've been calling the Save More, Stay More promotion that they've been offering. Okay. So here's the caveat. If you are staying and you're like, Megan, I can't stay for 5 nights. We can only do 3. Okay, that's fine. They just take 5% off of it. So instead of saving up to 35%, you're saving up to 30%.
Yeah.
So, and then I do kind of want to go over this a little bit because, oh no, it's going to kick me out. That's so sad. I had,
Can you still read it?
no, because it's not down
No.
on the on the ones that I wanted. So I had a whole planogram on resorts and which ones you're saving 35% and down to whatever. And of course, it's not cooperating. So if you give me just a second, I did really want to go over that with you. So bear with me as I get logged back into Disney because they love to do that to me. No, I don't want to create an account.
Yeah. Go over. Go over.
Am I good now?
No, you're way over.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry, guys. But now, not to say that Disney dining isn't fantastic, and I highly recommend everybody try certain things. And I'm always telling people which restaurants they need to check out and all that fun stuff. I'm definitely a Disney snob at this point with stuff.
Yeah, you are. Well, while you do that, let me talk real quick here for a second. I don't know if anybody got to see the new Disney Paris Electrical Magical Sky Parade.
No.
This is
that the
something
new
brand
drone
new.
one?
Something brand new over at Disneyland Paris. They are bringing the electrical parade in the sky. And it's all done by drones. And I got to see bits and pieces of it. And let me tell you something. They need to get this at Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Pronto. Like, I mean, yesterday, because this was so cool to be able to see this. I mean, to be able to see the pirate ship coming up over top of the castle. And it's actually, they have drones shooting like fire out the back of it, like it's flying.
Cool.
It was really, really cool to see. Just different little things. There was a train going through. I just completely loved it. So
that's cool.
That's going to be something that's coming soon, probably to Walt Disney World. I look for that to hit within the next year or two.
Yeah, I'd say a year or two, just because we know how Disney can be on their timelines. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was something really cool that I found, and just makes me want to go to Paris because I want to go see it. So
I know, I really want to be able to.
I don't care about
Paris.
anything else. I just want to go see the magical sky parade.
There's a few other things I want to see there, but
all right, maybe
they have a very
Tower.
Cool haunted mansion there.
Yes. Yeah.
But yes, anyway, back to this. So the caveat, so save up to 35% on rooms. What cracks me up is your valid stays are July 8th through October 3rd for 35% off on 5 or more nights. Okay. If you're going to be staying between March 25th through July 7th, it's 30% off. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first part of it. Okay. The other thing is there's a lot of resorts, a lot of the deluxe resorts are included on they save up to 35%. So Boulder Ridge Villas, Bay Lake Tower, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, Beach Club, Contemporary Resort, Grand Floridian, Riviera, Saratoga Springs, Wilderness Lodge Yacht Club, and Villas at Grand Floridian. Okay, there's a couple of others. I'm not getting into that. Now, if you go down through, you save up to 30% on certain rooms. Those are going to be the cabins at Fort Wilderness, Caribbean Beach, Coronado, Port Orleans, Riverside. Okay. Only Riverside, you can save up to 30%. Okay. Now, if you go to save up to 25% off on your rooms, that's going to be your 3 all-star resorts, your Art of Animation resorts, but only the family suites, not the Little Mermaid rooms, and then Pop Century. again, as much as the family suites cost at Art of Animation, it should be 30%. But I
Yep.
digress. This is Disney. If you're going to be staying at the Polynesian Village Resort, you're only sorry for the train. If you stay at the Polynesian Village Resort, you're only going to save up to 15% on your rooms there, which I thought was kind of. And then saving up to 10% on your rooms, okay? So this is going to be for stays at the Animal Kingdom Villas Jumbo House,
Okay.
Art of Animation Resort Little Mermaid rooms, Beach Club Villas, Boardwalk Villas, Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. You're only going to save 10%. Port Orleans Resort French Quarter, and then club level at any of the deluxe or moderate resorts. So there's a whole big caveat to that. Now, that being said, this promotion can be really, really great for you. I did save some clients over $1,000
Yeah.
on this particular promotion because they're staying at the Coronado Springs. I was able to get them the 30% off of 5 nights or more. Okay,
Good.
so that was a good promotion. And then I have another client that was staying at All Stars. I was able to save her and her family 20% off of their room rate based off of this. So it can be a really great one.
Mhm.
We just have to make sure that we are setting realistic expectations and making sure that we're getting you into a resort that it's going to be a good value.
Yeah.
And you're going to save more money doing this than you are going to be doing it on the Disney dining plan. I guarantee it.
Yep.
So, but yeah. So I think that's going to go ahead and wrap us up this evening. I'm a little bit over on the time that I was hoping to be able to do for you guys, but I hope this kind of explains what wave season is a little bit more, and then some of the promotions that are available through the end of January, a couple of them into February and March. But for the most part, most of these are deadline is January 31st. And I hope that you guys learned a little bit and are really excited about being able to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys did like this, do us a great big favor and give us a couple likes. And
Yeah.
don't forget, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, do so. We do really appreciate that. And we look forward to you guys being part of our Plum Crazy family. So don't
Yeah.
forget, also follow us on all of our socials and just, keep in touch with us. And if you're ready to do a vacation, get a hold of us. Even if it's just a weekend getaway
Amen.
to
Yes.
a hotel, just, to get away from the kids.
Yep.
Give us a call. We'll gladly get that book for you. Like she said before, we don't charge you guys anything. We do all
Nope.
the work. We get paid through the industries. So
Definitely.
give us a call.
And it doesn't have to be to these exotic places either. I mean, I
Mhm.
have a family, a couple in April that's going to Berkeley Springs, West Virginia.
Mhm.
So there's definitely all kinds of different opportunities available.
Yep. So anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here because I think our dinner is almost ready in the oven. So I'm hungry and I want to go eat. So
That sounds
guys,
awesome.
thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys next week. And as always, are you guys ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
Because we're ready to get you there.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.